So hello, and welcome to this SolidWorks tutorial. I am Thomas, the lead CAD designer for Team 12013 RoboBacon, and today I'm going to walk you through the basics of navigating the SolidWorks software. So, first of all, SolidWorks is a powerful CAD designing tool that is used to create custom parts, create assemblies, and run simulations of different parts. At the top here, you can see the three basic functions. You have parts, which is used for creating your own custom parts. Assemblies, which allows you to take these custom parts and put them together, or take some stock parts that you can import into the software and mix them with your own custom parts. And drawing, which allows you to take engineering drawings of parts and assemblies. These will be able to, be printed out in paper form. So to help you navigate the software, I'm going to open this part here in this recent documents phase, which allows you to open some parts that you recently closed. Here's this battery holder that I designed a few days ago. Just give it a second while it loads in. So first of all, for SolidWorks, you're going to need a mouse with a middle mouse button. It's possible to work without it, but it becomes a lot easier. This middle mouse button is usually a scroll wheel of some sorts. There we go. It should be. So there we go. Now that it's loaded in, you're going to need a middle mouse button for this. So this is usually in the form of a scroll wheel, and this allows you to move the part around. So first of all, your left click that will allow you to select different faces. As you can see, I selected this right wall here, and will indicate on this tree on the right of what different section that came from. Holding down the middle mouse button and moving your mouse around, this allows you to spin the part and look at it from different angles. Another thing is the right click. You can right click out in the open, it will bring you a series of options, and you can also right click on a surface, which will give you details and settings for that specific surface. Few keybinds, you first can use the scroll wheel to scroll in and out. That allows you to zoom in. This is the main way that you're going to be doing a lot of your navigating around a part. However, you can replace that scroll wheel by holding Shift on your keyboard and that middle mouse button, which then allows you to zoom in and out. You can then also hold the Control button and the middle mouse button, and moving your mouse around then allows you to move the part around. And finally, holding Alt and the middle mouse button while moving the mouse left and right allow you to spin the part around as so. Now, another little bit more useful, if you want to be specifically on a sort of plane or face, just press the spacebar, and this will bring up this orientation little window here. So this allows you can spin it around, and then if you click on a certain face, left click, this will then bring up a perfectly on planar face, so you don't have to spend your time trying to line up exactly, because you're just going to be off a little bit. Instead, just click the space bar and you should be good to go. Now if you look up here at the top, you'll see a lot of different bars. Now don't be intimidated. They all are holding different functions based on categories. I personally only use a few of them, so you don't need to be familiar with every single one of them. These first two here, they are specific to parts and assemblies, and I'm going to cover them in a future video. However, these next two are, in my opinion, some quite important. This is the markup one, which allows you to create drawings on top of the part that you're in. This allows you to just do indications and stuff like this, and allows you to create annotations for your parts. It's very nice for presentations or which allows you to create things that maybe you could put in the notebook. Might be easier to, and it's quite useful in presenting as well, because then instead of just moving your mouse around, you actually get to draw in. Also, if I could spell. But this then allows you to then detail your part in presentations and for your team and such. This next tab over here is the Evaluate tab. This, in my opinion, has some of the most useful things. These have a myriad of different functions that allow you to evaluate your part. This has markup in it as well, but I prefer just going here. However, the most useful, in my opinion, function that this thing has is this one right here, measure. What this allows you to do is this allows you to select any sort of faces that you want and get completely accurate measurements of those different things. These can be done on your own part to see different lengths and things like that. However, I think its biggest use comes from its first use in assemblies, where you get to put parts together. You can then see overall dimensions, which you normally wouldn't be able to see in just the two parts alone, and also in imported parts. What you can do is you can take parts from whatever manufacturer you're getting them from, and if you scroll down, you hopefully should be able to see some files. This allows you to bring parts in, and then you can use this measure feature to get very accurate dimensions, being with any sort of parts that you want, just in case that engineering drawing didn't have the correct the specific dimension you wanted. Instead, you can just import it into the software and get exactly what you need. And there's one more tab that is this simulation tab. This allows you to create simulations with your parts and things like that, undergo tests and things like that. This is a little bit of a complicated tab, and this is going to have 1 or 2 videos on its own dedicated to it. And that pretty much covers the basics. You have this tree on the right, which I guess is going to be the last one, which will give you, here in this annotations thing, you can put notes and things in there. And this over here details every single step that you took in creating the part. Going to be detailed a little bit more, and this will show you where the different planes are. But that's basically it. Navigating the software becomes quite intuitive once you get your hands on it for a couple of minutes, and really the difficulty comes from the actual creation of parts. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.